Let's go logging, man. So today's Thursday morning. Bart, Cameron, Bart. Bart's down there in South freaking Mississippi somewhere. He's lived down there in Podunkville, man. He annoys me. He worries it. I think he's Chad McCool's brother. I think. As much annoying as he does to me. But he's already been on me this morning already. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, I mean. But yeah, that's beside the point. And all. Bart don't do anything. He takes wood chips and puts them on himself and then sends me a Snapchat, acts like he's been running a chainsaw or something. He full of it. Bart don't do nothing. He has people that does everything for him. So I got you figured out there, Bart. But anyhow, so that second video I did yesterday about guys stealing my videos and stuff, that's the second time that's happened. It happened about 3 months ago, and I sat down and started submitting the claims on those videos, 47 videos, just like it was this time. And when I worked through, I was submitting like 8 of them at a time on a claim. You can submit, but it takes time to do that. So I was submitting like 5 or 6 of them, and I think about the 3rd or 4th time I did that, and then they took his channel down. So last night I sat down and I did groups of 4 of them, and within 15 minutes of submitting each claim, YouTube had already taken those videos down just instantly. So I'm hoping today that maybe they'll go ahead and take his channel down. They will take his channel down. I know how that works. But I also, so they used to have a way where third-party people could submit claims too, but you can't do that anymore. But there is a way that third party can claim stuff, but y'all have to be in the video or that it gets more legal. But it is a legal matter. People's asked me about that. It is a legal matter because basically what you're doing when I submit that stuff, I'm filling out a dadgum affidavit is what I'm doing, and making a claim against this guy. But Darian over in the UK pointed out to me yesterday, I can fill out an impersonator claim against him with YouTube. Now, when you go that route, it gets even more complicated on my end because I actually have to submit a copy of my driver's license to YouTube, to which they use to prove that is in fact I am who I say I am, which I did that last night. But I'm not sure why these clowns are doing this stuff, because they're doing it to lots of people. So evidently it's a group that is doing this. But there was a couple people pointed out, I would sure like to know what the heck they're using to upload 47 videos that most all of them are 20 minutes or more in length in the same freaking day. I mean, good God, they got some powerful internet, or they're using something that'll allow those videos to go upload real quick. I would love to know how they're doing that. I saw Iowa Farm Boys, or Dairy Boys, I believe it was. They come on there and they were talking about it last night and everything like that. But I had so many messages from people. It was unfreaking real, man. Lord have mercy. Just messages through Facebook, YouTube, comments on the thing, just tons and tons and tons, and just crazy. I mean, people reaching out, wanting to help, wanting to do something, or telling me what y'all have done, stuff like that. So I do appreciate that. But my truck, to be honest with you, that's a good valid question that a lot of y'all are asking. I don't know. I got it back last Friday night, and they went in through the bottom of the trans. Supposedly they took the pan off the transmission and went in there and replaced something, whatever the code showed up for them and all. But I will say this, that did not fix it. It did it 3 times going home Monday. And what it's doing is like when I let off of it, it hadn't done it anymore since Monday, but when I let off the truck, it's like it something is happening in the drive line, and I'm mechanically savvy, man. I mean, I am, but this right here has kind of got me baffled. I mean, there's certain things I don't understand or I don't know about or anything like that. But I'm not like Wes. I don't claim to know everything about everything, and I don't. But what it's doing is when I let off of it sometimes, it's like when it goes to downshift, something happens. Like Monday when it did it, the first time it did it, it throwed up service my air leveling system. This truck has airbags on it. It's throwed it up the service airbag system. The truck jumps really hard. Basically almost like it leaves the ground or something on the back end when it does it. Makes a loud noise. And then it goes into either the truck is what I call a derate or limp mode or something, but the check engine light will come on. And in the truck, like when you start off from a dead stop, when it's like that, it's like it's trying to start off in fourth gear. That's the way it does. You mash the gas and it'll just barely start going. And once it gets going, it'll go, but it's like it's starting off in fourth gear. It'll run 70 miles an hour like that. But it don't. My Jake brakes don't work right. There's a couple other things that don't work right. So when I got home the other evening when it did it Monday, and I stopped at the mailbox and got out and walked across the road, when I got back in it, when I throwed it in drive, it made a loud banging noise or whatever. So I took it and I put it in reverse. Well, when I did that, it bammed back the other way. Well, I swapped back and forth 3 or 4 times. It was just like you taking 2 hammers and hitting them together on some metal or something. Well, I pulled up the carport, worked the gear shift forward, reverse, and it bam, 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 bam every time I done it really loud. Well, nobody was home but Emma, and I wanted to get Emma to come out there and hold the brake and work it between forward and reverse, but Emma was only 12, and I really didn't trust her to do that because I wasn't sure about, you know what I mean? That was just too risky for me to do that, lay up on a truck and her not ever drove before, trust her, and I just didn't do it. So I cut the truck off, went in the house for a little bit, came back. When I cranked it back up, the check engine light was on, but when I would go between forward and reverse, it would not make that racket no more or anything. Well, then I drove it to the shop later on that night, check engine light still on, but it ran fine. It wasn't in no derate or limp mode or anything like that. It ran fine, check engine light's on. Next morning then, check engine light was off. So I don't know what it is. I've looked at the U-joint. It sounds just like a U-joint, but I looked at all the U-joints. Nothing is going on U-joint or anything like that. And it's not going, you think, well, it's a tooth in the rear end or something like that, or on a spline or something. But if it was a tooth gone, I would hear it or feel it in the truck through some vibration, I would think. So I don't know what it is, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run until it quits. And so I need to hook to my big gooseneck is what I need to do. I need to hook to it, and I need to put that backhoe on it. We need to go for a ride. That's what we need to do. We'll figure out what it is then. So that's what's going on with my truck. If any of y'all have had any dealings with that, you can key me up on it or whatever it might be. I've got 2 or 3 Dodge mechanics that are messaging me, and so maybe this will give them a little bit more information on that right there. And but that's what's going on with my truck. So I'm fixing to go in the woods, man, and we're finna log, baby. I'll be back. Alright, I'm gonna introduce y'all to Bart. Here he goes. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Here we go. Y'all listen.
What's it gonna be? The sun warping your eyes when you get to work?
See, I'll see what I deal with Mr. Bart right there. I hope all y'all have a good, wonderful Thursday. I think I might do a giveaway tomorrow, so be watching on that. Bart, I hope you have a good day too. We'll see y'all later. Later, taters!